My name is Peter McGrath and I'm from Ireland. I had no formal film training. I was working as a process engineer back in Ireland. That was my old profession. So I have a degree in mechanical engineering from when I was younger, and I worked as an engineer for 8 years, and decided I wanted to try something new and creative. Some of what I learned and experienced in engineering crosses over into filmmaking, so things like professionalism, being organised, having a plan, and then there are quite a lot of technical details to filmmaking too, you know, the physics behind how a camera works and how you should set the settings on your camera and your sound. A lot of that stuff transferred over, so I feel like in the classes at DFA, that's where I was very comfortable. And the difficult transition for me was learning to explore my feelings and not have everything be mechanical. So try and get different moods, different abstract feelings, like printed onto the film or the movie. That's what I really had to learn when I came here the most. So because I had no filmmaking background really, I was worried before I came here that I was going to get eclipsed by everybody else's knowledge about film. So I made sure that I had a plan going into the first week where I was going to learn everybody's name, make sure that I kind of found out what everybody's interests were, knew what they were about, and then made friends as fast as I possibly could, and also had a good working relationship with those guys. So I think I started the right way. I got on with everybody in my class. I was lucky that way. I liked the people that I went to school with. There were 18 people in my class, and you know, every single one of them is a friend of mine. So everybody was different. There was a wide variety of people in the class, people from all over the world, people from different backgrounds. Some people had a lot of experience in filmmaking. Some people, like me, didn't have very much. You know, there was an ex-doctor in the class, there were some ex-military people, and then freelance filmmakers that wanted to polish their skills. So I really enjoyed getting to know a lot of different types of people like that. Sound, I think, is probably the most technical subject in filmmaking, because there are kind of strict guidelines on what your levels need to be, what your mic positioning needs to be. It's based on physics and electronics, stuff that I had a lot of experience with, and I found myself gravitating towards that as my way to get on set. So for my classmates, I made everybody an offer. I was like, okay, I can do sound for your film, and it's gonna be free. But my goal ultimately was to use the experience from shooting those thesis films to start charging other people. So students who weren't in my class, they were the first people that I reached out to and charged for my work. And then having all those credits enabled me to charge strangers, and that was kind of the process. The first time I ever charged a stranger was a big moment for me. It was my first, you know, real job that I secured, or it felt different. And I've worked with people who studied in universities and they did 4-year degree courses, and they have an extensive education in film, but what they don't have is that deal where you get to rent equipment after you graduate. So they had to get loans to buy equipment and put themselves through financial difficulty to build up a kit, whereas I think you can survive easier having the DFA stuff available. That was a huge part of the deal. Then as for the education itself, it's very much a practical education. So they teach film history here, and you get to learn some abstract concepts about how to explore your vision and how to direct actors and stuff like that. But there's also an accelerated education in actually in getting your hands on the camera, getting your hands on sound equipment, going out on the street and using it and producing films. And I think being able to do that within a 1-year course is really important. So you can actually start working and start producing what you want to produce.